1. Hey, Mortgage Coach community. Today I am interviewing Matt Clarke, the COO of Churchill. What's up, Matt?
Hey Dave, good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you. Well, you have become, a great personal friend. It started off as a business relationship when you guys rolled out Mortgage Coach, but we've had a lot of good times together. So
We sure have.
thanks for the friendship, and then thanks for being just a great Mortgage Coach leader. This is the first time I've done this kind of interview where I'm interviewing a leader in our community. Typically, I either interview loan officers that are top producers to help them have others have more successful Mortgage Coach. I'll interview authors about ideas and concepts, but I want to start interviewing mortgage leaders. Could be a branch manager, could be a head of production, could be a CEO, but I want to start interviewing leaders on how are you getting success with Mortgage Coach? How are you creating culture? How are you getting adoption? So that's kind of what we're doing here. If you could just tell everybody a little bit about your role, a little bit about
Sure.
Churchill, and then we'll get into specific strategies and ideas.
Absolutely. Before I do that, let me go back to your comment. We appreciate the relationship with you guys. We like to do business with companies that we know, we like, we trust, and become really an extension of what we are. And Dave, you have become a great friend of me personally and of our company. And we just look at your group as really an extension of what we do already at Churchill because you're so integrated with our business. And so my role at Churchill, right, the chief operating officer, I'm responsible for basically all of the organization, including the sales teams. And I spend so much time talking to our sales teams to equip them with the tools and the resources that they need to go out and bring value to the real estate community. And obviously, Mortgage Coach is a huge part of what we do with that.
So let's talk about that because you have made Mortgage Coach available for every one of your loan officers. Let's kind of do it two-part. Like, why are you a partner? Because while it's become a friendship because there's so much years of business, I mean, it started off like Shark
Yeah,
Tank interview,
took
where
a while.
yeah, it wasn't like you just said, oh, we're going to Mortgage Coach everybody. So that why do you provide Mortgage Coach to your loan officers, and why do you provide it to all of them and not just some of them?
Yeah, so a couple of reasons for that. One, it's a better way of presenting loan options to families, right? And the way we look at it is if we have an opportunity to give the families that we work with better information, it equips them to make better decisions. And too often in our industry, people are too quick to just throw spreadsheets or the limited amount of analysis into the hands of their families because they're worried so much about that transaction. Having Mortgage Coach be the platform that they present loan options truly allows us to engage relationally with the families that we serve. I was actually talking earlier today to a group out of Atlanta showing them Mortgage Coach. And we were talking about disc profiles and how 65% of the population in our country are high S's and high C's. And hopefully people understand what I mean when I say that. One of the attributes of a high S and a high C in a disc profile is that they're very slow to make decisions. They need time, they need more information, they need to share information with others and get opinions and sleep on it. Mortgage Coach is a great platform that allows us to continue to put that information in front of them, and it allows them to seek other input, and it serves the need of about 65% of the lost opportunities that most people don't go after because it's a once and done transaction based deal.
Yeah.
So we just decided that that's got to be the standard that we present options to the families that we work with.
Well, when we're in the sales process, we're always telling executive teams that, you know what, you're going to get a 5x return on Mortgage Coach in the first 6 months, and usually it's through a combination of conversion, referrals, and even new partnerships. Could you just speak in whatever, when you think of the value you're getting, from the loan officer usage, do you believe 5 times, whatever you pay us, you're getting 5 times or more
Oh yeah,
back every
I
six
think
months?
we're getting more than that. And here's some proof. We actually look back with our manager here in Nashville today on the volume of business that they did the year before we launched Mortgage Coach and the volume of business they did the year after we launched Mortgage Coach. And one of the things that we saw was our lead volume went down. Probably
Mm.
went down, I want to say about 15%. Our close volume went up 12%. And the only difference in the model that we employed was adopting Mortgage Coach. Now, I'm not saying that's all attributed to the use of Mortgage Coach,
Wait,
but I
wait,
can
wait.
tell you that
Say it.
there's a clear impact.
Yeah, yeah. There's no doubt. Now, the other thing that, managers are struggling with is, I mean, I think we all realize that change is happening, and
Mhm.
technology is a bigger part of how we have a competitive advantage of a mortgage business. And that's another thing where you guys have been great leaders among our partners, because we have other lenders that have 100% of
Sure.
their loan officers that use Mortgage Coach, but you have good adoption. You have a lot of folks using Mortgage Coach. Not everybody, but every year adoption goes up. Every year success goes up. Which how do you come to terms as an executive when it comes to rolling it out to everybody? Not everybody's going to use it overnight, but they're going to do it over time. How do you make sense of all that, and what are some of your goals when you look at rolling out a technology platform like Mortgage Coach? What are your expectations?
Yeah, so it comes down to belief. We wouldn't invest in something corporately across the board if we didn't believe it was the way that we wanted to present ourselves in the market. And I think too many companies allow the loan officers to dictate how their brand is represented in the marketplace. And we just believe that giving people better information allows them to make better decisions, and those better financing decisions on their home helps them get on a path towards owning that home debt free, which is ultimately what we want for folks. And we have to put our money where our mouth is in that situation, and we have to work on getting our entire platform consistent in the way that we present that to the marketplace, or we're not doing our jobs. So we just truly believe that it's the right way to talk to our clients. It's the best information that we see out there in terms of being able to provide loan options to folks, and it's how we want our brand represented. And so we're constantly equipping, teaching, coaching, showing new ways to leverage Mortgage Coach and all of the various components that comes with the platform, and giving examples of success of all of the people in our team where it's winning and it's working. For example, earlier today, we were talking to another team from another mortgage company here in Nashville, showing them Mortgage Coach, showing them how we do business. And his comment was, I could never compete with that. All right. I'm doing spreadsheets. Every time I come up against you, I lose, and now I understand why. And it's just a small example of why it differentiates and how it differentiates you in the marketplace. And so we want to win. And so to win, you got to give your team the best tools.
So let's close it with this. It's been awesome. Really appreciate the transparency, the leadership. Uh, assume that the people who are watching this could be a branch manager, could be a
Mhm.
regional, could be a head of production, could be a CEO. What is the playbook for rolling out Mortgage Coach and having success over the course of a few years? We know that magic doesn't happen month
No.
one. I'll add my color, but I want to have you make the first run at it.
Well,
What has been your playbook?
I think it's like anything else in life. If you want to be successful with it, there has to be a commitment to a consistent approach. So it's consistently talking about it, showing people it, coaching them on how to win with the use of the system. We even have it embedded in how we do our annual mortgage reviews. And so we're doing automated annual mortgage reviews through Mortgage Coach on all of our database. We're sending out total cost analyses to people after closing in an automated way to show them how they could pay their loan off faster. And so we've just made a commitment to embed it into our entire technology platform, and we're very consistent on how we coach people. New people that come in, it's right in their first 100-day playbook to get them up to speed and expert on the use of Mortgage Coach. We established it as our standard that we want our families communicated with, and it's just a constant process of communication and embedding it into our platform so it's easy.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, you've
And
done
it
a
takes
great
time. You
job.
just grind it out.
Yeah, no, and you have. For years, you have been showing leadership at live events. For years, you've been doing webinars, and the majority of your loan officers use it. Everybody has it. But we started off with everybody had it, and
Didn't.
10% used it,
Yeah.
20%, 30%, 50%. I mean, we just keep taking it up, and I look forward to continuing to grow that.
Yeah.
Appreciate your leadership. Thanks for giving back. Any last words of wisdom for a branch manager or a regional or a head of production? Any last push as
You
it
know,
pertains to rolling us out and having success with Mortgage Coach?
I think you just have to have evidence of success. And when you have some evidences of success and you look at all of the people, Dave, that you bring into your weekly coaching calls, it's hard to ignore that this is a model that is a better way of doing mortgages. And we have to differentiate ourselves. And this is just a great tool that allows you to do that. And so I think you're crazy if you're not going forward with this strategy.
So, by the way, I'm glad you closed on that note because that just triggered something in my head. One of the things that's always distinguished you and Mike, the CEO, is when I forward an interview that I'm doing that I think is going to be valuable,
Mhm.
you forward it out to everyone. And I know because you CC me sometimes that when a loan officer has success with Mortgage Coach, you're sharing that with everybody.
Yeah.
So I do think just I don't have any scientific evidence, but I think of all you're in the top 20% of adoption within our network, and I would say you're in the top 20% in terms of how you have shared success
Yeah.
month after month. You're sharing success from the trenches. And when I interview amazing people, you're sharing that success. So I think that's a big closing note, my friend.
Yep.
Well, hey, I appreciate the time you took and
Good.
look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, Dave. Thank you.
Take care.